Welcome to the Homeschooling Attorney Show. Are you ready for the theme of this month's episode? You're not ready. Wait for it. Homeschool Remix!
One. That's how it's done.
What do you call that one?
Corkscrew. And this one too.
Corkscrew.
Mommy, duck race. Mommy,
What do you call that?
Round up to layout. Mommy.
Okay. Okay, we're going to duck race. We only have 15 minutes left.
Eating my apple. Nice and sweet.
Okay, so this is the corn maze. You can literally see.
Now. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, stop running. All right, folks. We got some footage from our day of apple picking. Let's head back to the studio where I'm going to explain why homeschool today in modern times must be remixed. Good day, everybody. Welcome to the Homeschooling Attorney Show, where our goal is to demystify the homeschooling process and empower parents who truly wish to homeschool their own children. We are airing live today from the Forward Thinkers Facility Studio. So much of my personal and professional growth and development has happened in this space right here. When I thought about it, I came up with at least 5 big ones that happened here at the Forward Thinkers. One, the Christmas party of 2017 is where I officially launched my full-time law practice that happened in this space. 2, when I joined Toastmasters to develop my speaking skills, because I'm really more of a writer than a speaker. I'm still practicing my voice, but our club, Mount Vernon Toast, met right here in this building when I was selected to present at a statewide conference up in Albany, New York, our state capital. the Forward Thinkers organized a focus group, and I rehearsed my presentation, and they gave me such valuable feedback that by the time I reached Albany, I had redone the entire presentation, and thank goodness I did. It turned out to be a success. 4, when I co-organized a business and entrepreneurship workshop with our New York State Senator, Jamal Bailey. We held the event right here, and today we are airing our homeschooling attorney show right here at the studios at Forward Thinkers. So big shout out to the entire Forward Thinkers team. This is really a dynamic space. Anytime I needed to grow, they made it happen. Whatever I needed, they made it happen again and again and again. So again, a great shout out. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nkechitv. I am a New York licensed attorney who homeschools my 3 fabulous kids. That is why I am the homeschooling attorney. The purpose of this show is to let you know, parents, that you have options when it comes to how your child experiences education. Homeschooling is a legally recognized way to provide your child with a high quality education. We are here to tell you that if you truly want to do it, first of all, you can. And we're also here to show you what we're doing and to share tips, tools, techniques so that you can homeschool confidently. Please consider this show as attorney advertising, not as legal advice. There is no guarantee that what works for our family will work for the next family, will work for another family. Each child is unique, each family is unique, so we are simply here to share information for educational purposes only. There is a lot going on. First, thank you to the BronxNet community for welcoming us. The Homeschooling Attorney Show will now be broadcast on public access TV so that we can spread the word and let more people know that homeschooling is a viable way to provide your child with a great, well-rounded education. 2, the Homeschool Parent Meetup Group will resume on Monday, October 4th. This is an outgrowth of the 6-week summer Homeschool Parent Meetup that we held every week over the summer. We covered topics like creating a homeschool mission statement, positioning for scholarship opportunities, homeschooling high schoolers, mompreneurs and kidpreneurs, exploring financial literacy through entrepreneurship, and lots of other things. When we got to the last week, the parents, because it was moms and dads that participated, and librarians, and a great group, but people were saying we have to keep this going even if on a monthly basis. So your wish is our command. So beginning October 4th, we will be meeting every first Monday of the month to share, learn, laugh, and it will be 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Monday. Visit Eventbrite, check the online events, type in Homeschool Parent Meetup Group, and you can grab your free ticket there. Reserve your spot. It's a free event. Join us. I think we had a meaningful time. Our topic for today is Homeschool Remixed. Homeschool Remixed. We are looking at homeschooling quite differently. Right now we're coming out of really what was literally a state of emergency, where institutions that we've relied on for years shifted, whether it's banks, whether it's where we buy our food, whether it's the government, we saw the riot on Capitol Hill, and even down to our schools. So what we see is parents that were in the home with their children for an extended amount of time now realize, wait a minute, I can monitor my child's education and still work full time. A lot of parents found that they were as productive, if not more, working from home. And recent reports show that employers are finding it a bit difficult to find good help because many adults have decided to, one, extend their leave of absence from the job because the unemployment benefits were extended, and two, start their own businesses and find a new way of making money. Reports also show that homeschooling is on the rise. Again, parents realize that, you know what, maybe this is doable. So I've been looking into this notion of, can we work full time and still homeschool? And more, I believe, yes, absolutely. The first thing we have to do is decide what it is we want to do. I found that once we make a decision, opportunities begin to present themselves. Opportunities that may have been there all along, but we just were not focused on a particular issue. But once you decide, you will see that many opportunities do present themselves. So we're going to talk a bit about ways that we can rethink, reimagine, and remix how we live so that we can work full-time if we so choose and homeschool. And I came up with a few observations, which I'll share with you. Two, and there are a few underneath, but the big one was recruit help. In New York State, you absolutely can recruit help to homeschool your kids. My daughter, who is here, kiddos, I'll explain to you why we're a bit haggard, but my daughter who is here, we were out at a girls who code class. The state education regulations say that we parents we don't have to be the ones to do the instruction. Our job is to make sure that our children attend to instruction. We can recruit help. I don't know anything about coding, but we happened to be at the library on Monday. I happened to ask a librarian, do you know of any coding classes? And she said, yeah, we're starting one in a couple of days. I registered on the spot, and yesterday my daughter had her first kids girls who code class. And that's a STEM opportunity: science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Recruit help. Another is traveling. I not only want to homeschool kiddos. I have to admit, let me say, one of the benefits of homeschooling is the flexibility. This is a tangent. I think we're still in summer mode. This is our first full week of homeschooling, and I'm getting the kids up early, as we're wont to do during schooling time. So I think they're still kind of used to staying up a little later. Y'all have to sit up. Kiddo, you have to sit up. Don't worry, we'll be done in an hour. Make sure you all go to bed at night. This is reality. I'm sharing what we're living. So traveling, but that is one of the flexibilities. When you homeschool, you're not stuck in front of a screen or a particular place at a particular time. If we weren't here this evening, they probably would be getting to bed a little early because they did have a late night. But, you know, it is what it is. This is real life, folks. But another way, yes, daughter. My daughter's asking for gum. Another way, not now, baby girl, y'all hang in there, okay? Another way we can recruit help, is traveling. One of my old school buddies from back in the day, one of my best friends, just told me that Microsoft is offering free online student workshops from the Microsoft store. They're offering a couple of coding classes. They're offering virtual travel. I was mentioning that I wanted to world school. A lot of our homeschool actually takes place outside of the home. We try to be on the go as much as possible, and now I'd even like to world school. But there are certain travel restrictions in place. But Microsoft is offering virtual travel trips, and we signed up for it. So that's another opportunity that's there. Physical ed, the New York Junior Tennis League, the Co-op City site, offers a wonderful opportunity, a great outlet for homeschoolers to interact with other kids, have a great time, and meet their phys ed requirements. They provide the balls, they provide the rackets. All you have to do is show up, and they have top-notch training. They've also landed quite a few scholarships for their participants. It's absolutely free. If you just type in New York Junior Tennis and Learning, the Co-op City is just one of the many sites that they have throughout New York City. Again, you don't have to be the one providing the instruction. Our job is to get our kids where they can get what they need. Leadership and volunteerism. I have a 9th grader who is starting high school this year, and I found out that high schoolers get to choose electives. So he's doing leadership and volunteerism. Again, this is another way to interact with others. Sometimes people say, well, what about social interaction and things like that? What he'll be doing is volunteering and doing homework help and being a reading buddy at one of our public libraries. Again, with scholarships, one of the gems that Rhea Watson dropped was a lot of funders want to know, what have you done to make the community better? What shows that you're not just a consumer, but you're a giver as well? And volunteerism is key. So consistent, steady volunteering. It's free. The time is being overseen and with other community helpers. So that's another great way. Also, after school homework help. The kids attended a camp, and during the school year, they also have an after school program. And for about 3 hours, they can have homework help where they have local college students come and work with the kids in math, English, science, whatever they need help with. So again, parents, this is another way I believe that we can manage to work full time and still homeschool. So that was number one, recruit help. Number two, wherever possible, blend your agenda with your child's agenda. For example, don't just watch your kids play, play with them. Again, at tennis, if there's a free court, the league usually lets we parents have rackets and balls, and we get our physical activity in as well. Or we parents would just organize and go to a nearby park pop-up workout video on the phone connected to a speaker, and we get our workout in as well. Over the Labor Day weekend, we went apple picking. In fact, maybe I'll drop some footage in from that with the giant slide, and we went swimming later on that weekend. My go-to would have been to have a good book and be sitting poolside with the kids, but instead I decided to get my bathing suit on and join them, and it was a great experience. So blend your agenda with the kids as much as possible.
All right.
This is Homeschool Remix. Don't just watch your children play. Play with them!
Mommy video. Mommy video. Mommy here. Video.
Look how far it slid! I know how to stop it.
Technical gymnastics.
Okay, time to get high, Mommy. Let's get high.
Tell us to wave at the camera. Like a
Wave at the
butterfly.
camera.
Did you wave?
Take my hand up. See?
Another way to do that is work at the same time. Spreadsheets are a great way to organize the homeschooling curriculum. I wish I had one in front of me, but you would see I have a spreadsheet that on one side has all the courses, the subjects that they're supposed to cover, and the calendar across the top, and every day they just know, okay, they have to do math, science, whatever it is, and they pretty much do their work and then fill it in. They keep their own records, and I oversee and make sure, did you also include this, did you also include this, because a lot that you do during the day can count towards homeschool credit. So while they're doing their work and you've organized them, you can do your work as well. You have to sit up, kiddos. You have to sit up, try, okay? And finally, this show is an example of blending our agendas. Technically, I could have presented the show solo. However, this is part of the experience. This is media production. I had my son come and provide the intro and outro music, which actually that's a collaboration. The title of that song is Where Eagles Soar. The melody and lyrics are by me. My son brought them to life by adding the instrumentals, and it became the theme song for the Homeschooling Attorney Show. This one here, who's leaning on his arm, sit up, son, sit up. He's a hard worker. Before we came, he actually prepared lunch for everybody. He prepared spaghetti and meatballs, sauteed the onions, the garlic, you know, made the sauce, got the meatballs going, the pasta. Oh, okay. She's saying she's stirred. You have to sit up too. Sit up. My daughter is saying she helped by stirring it. But again, that's part of blending our agendas. Him preparing lunch. I tried to get him to make a side salad, but I guess I was pushing my luck. We're going to drop pictures of that in as well. My daughter's a food stylist. Before they eat, they have to take pictures of what they're eating. So I'm going to drop in his fettuccine and meatball lunch. But if you prepare the kids to take on responsibilities at home, that will free you up as well to do some of the work that only you can do. Let them do what they can do so that you can do what only you can do. So that's a bit of how we're doing it. Let me just share a little bit of the state education department's view. If you go to the New York State Education Department's website, there's a section called Home Instruction, and they have a question and answer section. These are questions number 5 and 6. May parents engage a tutor to provide home instruction? The answer, yes. Parents may engage the services of a tutor to provide instruction for all or a portion of the home instruction program. So again, a tutor doesn't have to be certified. We parents don't need to be certified to teach. The tutors do not need to be certified. If they work well with the kids and the kids respond, you can do that. A tutor can also be a family member, an older brother or sister, an uncle and aunt. It could be a babysitter. For example, if your child needs to be with someone else throughout the day, again, if you organize them and just make sure that the sitter or caretaker oversees that they do their work, you can be out doing your work and make sure that the kids are doing their work. At the end of the day, you just make sure, check their progress, and you're making sure that they are attending to instruction. Question number 6 from New York State Education Department's website. May groups of parents provide home instruction collectively by engaging the services of a tutor to provide group instruction to their children? The answer, parents providing home instruction to their children may arrange to have their children instructed in a group situation for particular subjects, but not for a majority of the home instruction program. Where groups of parents organize to provide group instruction by a tutor for a majority of the instructional program, they are operating a non-public school and are no longer providing home instruction. So you can have your child do phys ed here, science here, math there, as long as it's not the majority. So again, there's a lot of flexibility here. You just have to be aware of these nuances. And if homeschooling and working full-time is something you decide to do, I believe that you absolutely can do it. That's it for this episode. Parents, go for your dreams, because when you empower yourself, you empower your kids as well. In fact, let's have some of that outro music. We'll end with some outro music and see you next month. Oh, now everybody's awake. The story of our lives, but it's reality.